everyone, this is Maria and this is my collecting habit. In this video, I have something fun and vintagey to share with you. Is vintagey a word? Well, it is now, you guys. But anyways, Joey and I, we went to an estate sale a couple of weeks ago. We actually went to 2 estate sales that weekend. It was a lot of fun. And so this was the second day of this particular estate sale, and I was going to see if they still had this little Kittle house, which they did, you guys, and I'll share in another video. In fact, they gave it to me for half price on the second day, which was unusual because there was still a third day, and usually it's the third day when everything is 50% off. So anyways, you guys, I got that for a great deal. We also got this for a really, really excellent deal, you guys, and I'm so glad Joey spotted it. It was on the floor near the table, so almost under the table, so I don't even know if I would have seen it. But anyways, he brought it to my attention, and guess what? It was only $10, you guys. $10 for all of this. Even some furniture. And then on the third day, we went back and I got a few more pieces of the furniture. But even paying for a few pieces of furniture, I want to say maybe at the most I have maybe $16 into it at the very most. But since I'm not going to build this dollhouse, you guys, I'm just going to share all the panels and all the pieces. But if you would like to see someone put it together, it's a really cool video at Vintage Doll Hunters. And so you would just type in Vintage Doll Hunters 1971 Lively Living Barbie Dream House. And I'll go ahead and link it right below, okay, you guys? And so, but anyways, let me go ahead and show you what we got. I still can't get over it. And so I spent some time on this yesterday. I just washed it up really good. And I was trying to be really careful. And so because these pieces are brittle, and so you can see it has a little damage here on the roof. Looks like it's melted a little bit, but otherwise it's really nice, don't you think? And so we'll see what we can do with that. And so there's part of it. And then here's the other part, and it does say Mattel Toys. And this one has the, you can see the chimney. And so I think that's really neat. And then we have these right here. And this is what I mean, you guys. See, this one's broken. And so, but anyways, let's see. There's 2 of them here. And then you put them together somehow. And if you see Vintage Doll Hunters video, you'll be able to see. And so it does go right in there. And this plastic, it's not as brittle as some of the other plastics. So before we look at the panels, I want to share these with you. And so I believe these are like for like the balcony and things like that. And so, but there were 4 that came with the dollhouse, and I do have all 4 of them. Okay, so here comes the first panel, and look how beautiful it is, right? Look at the stonework, the lawn, the shrubs, and then the planter, just so pretty. And you can see how flimsy it is here, right here. And so this is the frame, and the frame looks okay. And then on the flip side, it's like cardboard, not quite cardboard, not paper, a little thicker than paper, a little thinner than cardboard. And so, but look how pretty this is. I love the colors. That's the thing. This is from 1971. In 1971, I was in high school, my freshman year, just starting my freshman year. And so, but yeah, these were the colors that were very popular back then. And then here's the second one. And it looks like it's a backyard, doesn't it? Look how pretty this is. And so I just love this stonework. And then here's a shuffle type game. I forget what it's called, you know, where you shuffle something back and forth and it slides across. And then here is a pond. Look how pretty with the lily pads. There's fish in here. And there is another planter that matches the other one. Let's go ahead and look at the flip side. And so we have the window here. Look how nice that is. I love in the window where you can see all the decorations, and there's this planter hanging here. There's even a little frog, a tree, looks like a lemon tree. The curtains, very pretty. I just love these colors from the 1970s. And so let's go ahead and flip this one and put them side by side. And so you can get an idea what the house would look like. And now here is the third panel for the backyard. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so pretty, right? I love this. And so you can just lay out here on your towel in the backyard, get some sun. There's records, there's books and snacks and sandals. and sunglasses. Another planter that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. And I don't think you can see it, but it actually rises a little bit here. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Oops, there's not a picture in the back, you guys. So it's probably missing. And then we have this one right here. I just love it, you guys. Look at the address, 5150. The door is beautiful with stained glass, and then the windows here, and then the plants, look at this, and then look at the statue right here. So pretty. Let's flip this around, and this is the inside when you're on the inside. So the opposite side when you're answering the door. But look how nice this is. And then we can see like the, what do you call these? I forget what you call them. You pull them down, like the shades, right? And so they don't look like curtains. And then there is another statue right there, and just so beautiful. I just love this, you guys. I just couldn't get over it, and I was really excited to get everything cleaned up. And then here is the next one, you guys. Look how pretty this is. I love this. You're like looking through the window. There is the cane rocking chair there with pillows. There's a hanging plant, and then look at the wallpaper inside the house. Look at the TV set. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then remember the bird feeder? Look at that. There's a bird there. There's even like a little barbecuer here. Just so neat. This also has the plastic on the side. And then on the back, we have the inside. And then look at the TV set. You get a closer look. And then there's a planter. And then the artwork on the wall. And then look at the telephone, you guys. That was a fancy phone for back in the day. And then the bookshelves, just so nice. And then these look like speakers, right? And it does say 1970 Mattel Inc. USA. Now, this one you can see is missing the plastic, like this right here. It's missing it. And so, but look at the window. Oh my gosh, this is the kitchen, you guys. Look at that, the chairs. And I actually have this, you guys. And so I'll show that to you in a little bit. Look at the fountain and the flowers. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then let's go ahead and flip this around. Yep, it's the kitchen, you guys. Look at this. And so we have the beads hanging here. That was very in style in the 1970s. Also this lamp here, it was very in style. This color was also popular in the 70s, just very 70-ish. I love it. And so this is so pretty. I love it, you guys. So this panel right here is missing the sides, the plastic. And so it's really flimsy, you can see. And so you can also see there's like little holes in it. And it's a little jagged here, like it's torn. And so, but I still love the artwork. Isn't it neat, you guys? Look at the telescope and everything. Just so nice. So now we're going to take a look at the smaller panels like this one right here. This is the flooring. Look at this, the tile, the rug. Isn't it pretty? And then on the flip side, there is no artwork because it's the flooring and you wouldn't need any. This one does have the plastic frame. And so I'm going to go ahead and set this one right there. Now this one right here is missing one side of the plastic, like this one right here, this plastic strip. And this is an exterior wall. Look how pretty, even some stained glass up here. And then on the flip side, this looks like a closet to me. And so we've got a shelf with, looks like some boxes, a bag, and then there's like, it looks like some drawers and some shoes, a shoe rack. And then look at this, the mirror even has like a place to put your towel. And so at least it looks like a closet. Maybe it could be a shower. And then we have this one right here. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love the colors, the stonework, the fireplace. And then look at those two owls right there. So cool. The letter B for Barbie, some butterflies. And then on the flip side, we have an exterior wall again. And then look at that plant. And then the brickwork, just so pretty. The lawn. And then again, this one is missing the plastic. And so I'm wondering if you can connect it maybe with another one. I'm not sure, you guys, but again, we're not going to use it that way. And so, but look at the wallpaper. Oh, that's Scorpio, the scorpion. And then look at the pillows and everything. So pretty. And then here is the window here and more stained glass. And so I really like that. And then this one here, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Very mod, right? This definitely looks like maybe flooring, you guys, because there's nothing on the back. But yeah, look at that. I like that, the black and white. And then we have the kitchen, and this green right here was very popular in the 1970s for appliances. And so was this, you guys. Now this looks like a microwave, but I don't think it is. And because we didn't have microwaves back then in 1970, 71. And then look at this right here. It looks like a heater, an old-fashioned heater with a coffee pot on top. And then here is the back. This is the outdoors. This would have been a really popular chair to have outdoors. Sometimes Joey and I have seen these type of chairs at the flea market. And so just really neat. And then we have another refrigerator one right here. So you could see this. Look how pretty. I'll put them together, you guys. Look how neat that is. Just so fun. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the last one, which would be the flooring. This has to be the kitchen. And of course, there's no art on the back, definitely flooring. But look how pretty that would look together, you guys. Just so pretty. So now for the furniture, you guys. Here's the kitchen set. I'm just gonna leave it in the Ziploc bag, but it has 2 chairs. One of the chairs is broken, but it does have the sides to the table where it folds down. So I was really happy about that. And then we have the patio chairs. And so look at the colors on them. And so one of them I ruined, you guys, one of the little pieces when I was cleaning it. And so it had a dirty spot and I started wiping it and the color just came off. But otherwise, everything is there for the chairs. There's even a little towel. And so, I mean, that was pretty nice, you guys, to find that. And then we have this chair right here. And you could see that it's really been played with, you guys. And some of the stickers have come off. And so it looks like maybe it was kind of like on a swing for a porch. And then I also got these, you guys. This looks like a little campfire set. There's the little campfire. And then this to put on top so you could grill things. And then there's a couple of these little folding chairs. And there are 3 sleeping bags. Look at this, you guys. It looks like they're vinyl. There's spongy little pillows in here, but there are 3. And so that's gonna be a fun and cute little set, this little camping set. And then on the last day of the estate sale, I saw this right here. And so I went ahead and picked it up because I recognized it. And this belongs to a vintage Barbie, you guys. And so it had to be like the early 70s and I can't remember which one. And so I'll have to look that up. And so these are always fun to pick up, you guys, when you recognize some little accessories. And you never know, you may find the other pieces. And then there's this little hat and it's really squishy and bendable. And so this is Skipper's hat. That's what the worker said. So I need to investigate that too. And the very last thing that I picked up at this estate sale on the last day was this right here. And so it looks like some sort of surfboard or maybe skiing. And so I'm not really sure, but it does say Mattel and it says 1971 Japan. So we know that it's vintage, you guys. And so it's really cool. So again, I just have to look it up and do a little research. That's what's fun about collecting, you guys, is doing the research and finding out new things. So this is it, you guys, the Lively Living Barbie Dream House from 1970, 71, around there. And so, but I wanted to show you these panels together, what they look like. This is the kitchen. And again, this was so popular, this color in the 1970s for appliances. And so look at this. They just look so neat all together, don't you think? And so anyways, you guys, let me know if you had this when you were growing up, or if you know someone that have had it, or you have found it at an estate sale, a thrift store, a yard sale. You just never know where these things are going to pop up, you guys. And it's so exciting when you do find them. And then here are the accessories, and of course, the rooftop. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great day and happy collecting, no matter what you collect. Bye, everyone. Bye.